Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
For tracks, obviously. On the lot.
He became steel resistant.
On the weather. Oh yeah, Stan Pro 77. How are you, man? ADM Civil, how are you? Can you just give me a heads up? Can you hear this music, people? Can you hear the music? Good evening, TNS, All Access Earthmoving, Said Earthmoving, Tilney's Earthworks, M&M Excavation, Cooper, Stig and the Dig. Oh, you can hear the music. That's awesome. That means it's working. The microphone's up. Evening TNS. Coops is saying, what's going on? Guys, thank you very much for joining. I'll turn that music off. Thank you very much for joining me. You're going live with Ive, Earthworks Hub. We are here for our regular Sunday night live session. So you're here with me, Ivan Orlovic. I'm your host for Earthworks Hub. It's what is it? What's the date today? The 13th of July. Thank you for joining me on this cold and miserable Melbourne day. It's been freezing, man. Freezing, cold winds, rain, you name it. 10 degrees, 7 degrees. I don't even know what it is anymore. It's bloody cold, I can tell you that. Anyway, in Melbourne it is. For anyone that's got it warm, don't even rub it in. I can see guys in like on the Gold Coast and they're putting up videos with them in t-shirts out doing stuff, and we're here freezing, man. So yeah, well, good luck to you guys anyway. Who else is joining us tonight? Some quick shout outs here. Ashton Lavering, Terra Pro. Who's this? Level Legrande, is it? Is that how you say it? Levi Legrande. There you go. Prenda 1984. Mook Beaumont Mook, I don't know. Coops, Mitchell Morgan, how are you, mate? Good evening. Said Earthmoving, hello. Coops, TNS, ADM, I already said that one before. Tilney, Stig and the Dig, Sea Live. There's a lot in here. Stig and the Dig is saying he's in the short and singlet. Don't rub it in, mate. Don't rub it in. Who else is on here? I don't even know how to say some of these names. I won't try. Entreprenado. I don't know. JC Excavations, Jeremy Luke. Guys, thank you. I won't keep calling out names because I'm going to run out of breath and we're going to run out of time. But I really appreciate you all coming on here tonight. Thank you again for joining us. Last week we celebrated my 100th podcast. So my 100th podcast episode. Thank you to everyone that sent me the little good vibes and all the congrats. So thank you very much, guys, that sent me all the messages for that. I haven't actually even thought about. Some people ask me, "Are you doing anything big to celebrate the 100th episode?" Man, it came around so fast. That I didn't even realize it was 100. So how's that for you? But yes, we did do 100 episodes, man. And a couple of those episodes were double ups. Like what happened was we went for 2 hours or 3 hours. So then I ended up putting them in half. So we've actually done more than 100 episodes. But anyway, thank you all for joining. All right, so what have we got here? The Hub Club. If you haven't joined the Earthworks Hub Club on Patreon, make sure you go and do that after this episode. It is very, very worthwhile. A lot of people on here already on there. We've got way over 30 members already on there. Just people that are jumping on and networking. So you've got a massive group there of people that you can communicate with directly, ask questions. There's heaps of different chat groups in there. So just mental health, maintenance, money, all sorts of different types of topics that you can look at. So go and join the club. There's also heaps of videos on there, heaps of extra content for you guys. And I'm putting a lot of resources on there. So there's a lot of stuff going up that's going to be valuable for anyone that's in the earthmoving game. So you do that. And also don't forget that if you do join the club, you do also get a free listing on our website as well. So you can advertise your business on the website in addition to being a member. So definitely go and check it out. That's on Patreon, 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 and just look up Earthworks Hub Club and join. And that's it, man. And plus, it also gives me a bit of supports the whole Earthworks Hub network, so that way we can continue to bring you more stuff. There you go. Who else is on here? Sydney Rockwalls, Gray's Earthworks, M. Attard, Lewis Earthmoving. Guys, thank you. All About Dirt, Brenton Purdle, thank you very much. Stig and the Digga is saying he's in front of the fire. Just rub it in, man. Rub it in. It's freezing. Melbourne, absolutely freezing. Anyway, so that's it. That's for that. A lot of members already posting up that they received their stickers, which is good to see. So if you want to get yourself also, that's the other benefit of being a Hub Club member, you get a member sticker. And I will be also creating some, I'm in the process of doing that, creating some Earthworks Hub merch that people can purchase, which is just for members. So it'll be a little bit different to our regular products, which are still available. You can still order regular Earthworks Hub stuff, just like this hoodie. But they're all available on our website, earthworkshub.com.au. So make sure you head over there. The Dirt Cartel, how you going? All right, so stickers available for all members, and merch coming soon. Now tonight I don't have a guest, so I've decided to leave it open today. So we will be able to take people on. So if anyone wants to come on and have a chat about a certain topic, if you've got a question about something, now is your chance. So I do this every now and then. I'll leave it so it's open slather. That way you do get a chance to ask questions rather than just listening to guests all the time. So yes, if you do have a question, get ready to ask that. Let me do a couple of formalities as usual, and then we'll get into it. So make sure you keep those questions handy. Mr. Brentos is here. How you going, man? And the Dirt Cartel is saying, Ivan, bloody legend. Legend. Thank you, mate. You're a legend as well. All right, let's go with the listing of the week. Wait, let me see. Have I got that music here? Where is it? The listing of the week. Wait, ready? Oh, no, wait. Ready? How's that? Did that work? Hopefully that worked. Listing of the week is... This is for people, actually for anyone that doesn't know. If you list your business on the website, you also have the chance that I may read it out during our live sessions. So, the listing of this week is Hurley Earthworks in the Sunshine Coast, Queensland. So that's Hurley Earthworks, Sunshine Coast, Queensland. They've listed their business on there. So if you need any excavation works done in the Sunshine Coast, or on the Sunshine Coast, Hurley Earthworks are the guys. So mini excavation business with over 15 years experience, specialising in all general earthworks and civil constructions needs, located on the Sunshine Coast, Queensland. So well done to Hurley Earthworks for listing on the website. And also, if you want to have the chance to get your business name read out, make sure you go and list on there as well. And if you want to get a free listing, join the Hub Club, become a member, and you get a free premium business listing as part of doing that. So it's just all win-win. Everywhere you go with Earthworks Hub, win-win. Look at my beard. It's getting bloody long, isn't it? I will have to have a bit of a trimmer. I was saying the other day to Lindsay Simonik, I'm going to start looking like him. Terra Pro, what do you reckon? I'll let it keep going. It'll look like Lindsay after. Terra Pro, Jack Healy's on, Martin Matenga, TR Society, Trev Robbo. We've had a few other people. Brent is saying, good, bro. Hope you're well. Yes, I am well. Actually, you know what? Today I do feel a little bit strange. I feel a bit under the weather. I don't know. I feel a bit down. I think I'm a little bit bipolar. When the weather's crap, I just feel crap, man. I don't know. It brings me down with it. And then as soon as the sun comes out, I just automatically feel better. So I don't know if that's everyone on here, but I don't know. I seem to go up and down with the weather. Terra Pro saying, Lindsay, he's a handsome man. SAR Earthmoving's here. JJH. Stig and the Digga saying to Terra Pro, Jack's at it again. There we go. Jack's here. Where's Jack? All right. So anyway, yeah. So tonight, no specific guest. I am opening it up to anyone that wants to jump on. So feel free. Whoever wants to come on, ask some questions. If you don't want to come on, just ask the questions on here with comments and we will try and help. Everyone can help. Martin Matenga's saying we are all bipolar. Yeah, true, man. No, I do, man. Today I don't know, I feel crap. Terra Pro saying couldn't hurt. Don't shave it off while it's cold. Sucks balls, yeah. Yeah, I might have to keep it on for now anyway. I gave it a trim the other day, but it just grows so quick. And now it's showing all my greys. That's the problem. It's not bloody blonde anymore. It's all grey. Far out, man. No hiding it anymore. All right, formalities. Quick shout-outs to our platinum sponsor. That is Melbourne Tractors / Brisvegas. A shout-out to them. Anyone that wants a Cabalco, New Holland, ASV, I think even Merlot they're still doing. So if any of those sort of bits of machinery, go and see these guys, Melbourne Tractors, Brisvegas, Australia wide. And also a big shout out to all our other sponsors: Moasure Australia, Network Finance, Digga, Godings, Earthmoving Warehouse, Record Time, Plastube, Moasure, Phillips Plant Hire, Bear Earth Solutions, Komatsu, and Stucchi. There you go. Terra Pro is saying good vintage. And Stigger and Digga saying hurry up and catch Mick. Yeah, Mick from Earthmoving Warehouse. Mick, he's got a massive beard. Yeah, he does. Yeah, it's going to take me a long time to catch that one. Also, projects. Projects and updates. Here we go. All right. So this week, what have I done? So last week I shared my financial year checklist. Has everybody seen that? So I put up a little checklist that everyone can use to make sure that they're setting goals and making sure that they've ticked off a lot of things for the start of the financial year. If you haven't gone and done that, if you're a member, it's already up on the members page on Patreon. If you're not a member, go on to the link in the bio or the link in the description. So when I post this up, there'll be a link. But if you go to the link in the bio as well, you can scroll down and you'll see the 6-month financial year checklist. So I've designed that for me to use and then sharing it with you guys as well. So it gives you a whole bunch of stuff that you can follow to make sure that all your marketing's up to date, all your machinery and equipment's up to date, that all your taxation and paperwork's up to date, and all the rest. So that way you can follow the checklist and make sure that everything's good to go. So go and get yourself a copy of that. Some people have said that when they click on the link, they haven't received the email because it sends you an email with a link to download the document. I've realized what it's doing is sometimes it goes to your junk mail. So if you click on the link and you don't get an email within like 5 minutes, go and check your junk mail because it might have been diverted into there. So more often than not, that's what's happening. It's going in there. Because it's an automated thing, I think it thinks it's some sort of junk mail. So just go and check. Definitely go and check it. Oops, I'm shaking the whole table here. So that is for the financial year checklist. Hopefully you guys are finding that useful. And I have got a lot of good feedback on that. A lot of people are messaging me saying, thanks, man. I really need this. This is really good, especially some of the newer guys that are new to owning a business in Earthmoving. So well done to everyone that's using it. Let me know how you go. Let me know how handy it is. I shared another video this week, which is the return on investment for your equipment. If you have seen that, please give me some feedback on that. I've already received a couple of comments. People are saying they love it. And a lot of people are saying they're surprised after doing the calculations using that little table that I created. A lot of people are saying that they've discovered they've got to put their rates up. And a lot of guys are saying that they're really reconsidering whether to put employees on. So that's one thing we can talk about tonight. So that is the return on investment calculator. So basically I put up on the whiteboard, I put up a table showing what your income will be if, for example, for any machinery. I just put in the 5-ton excavator as an example. So go to YouTube if you haven't seen it. Or if you remember, go to the Patreon page and you'll see it there. But basically, I put up a table saying, 5-ton excavator, what the hourly rate is that you're getting, what you'll get at the end of the year. And then I'll basically put down all your expenses. So all your insurances, all your risk assessments, servicing, maintenance, liability, and all the other stuff. And then we actually calculated what sort of income you'd be likely to get at the end of the year. And then I went to the next step and actually did it for what your expenses would be with an operator. So then we put in like an operator, their super, a vehicle or travel, and added all these things on that list as well, and worked out what sort of income you're likely to get on that machine. Surprising figures, very, very surprising figures. And like I said, a lot of people have messaged me saying that they're surprised as to what sort of money you can probably really make and whether it's worth putting an operator on. Especially on something like a 5-ton machine. Yeah, like when we worked it out, there wasn't much income left. And, I just put in some rough figures. So if you actually put in your own figures, it might be even worse. Who knows? Who knows what they come out as? But if you haven't done that already, it's called the Return on Investment Calculator. You can go to the YouTube channel. I've got a whole video on it there. Or if you've joined the Hub Club, if you're a member of the Earthworks Hub Club, you'll see there's a video there and also a link to the checklist. So yeah, and I've also got a link to that I've got a link to that calculator. So I've made a spreadsheet. So if you want to use that spreadsheet for your business and work out what your machinery is going to make, you can get that and download it for free as well. So that go to the link in the Instagram bio and look up ROI calculator, and you'll see it there, and you can download it and plug all your own numbers in there. It'd be interesting to see what people what they come up with, and you can make that for any machine. I just did a 5-ton excavator, but you can do that for anything. Whew, what else? We also dropped released, I should say. We say dropped. It's a cool word. I've released an episode, a new podcast episode with Graders Official. So Troy Karevsky from Graders Official came in to the studio. So we did a podcast from the studio. That has come out and released on Patreon. So all members are already watching that. So if you're not a member, make sure you go over there to watch it. But also, that will be releasing to YouTube and Spotify and Apple in another 2 weeks, I think, or a week or two. So, benefits of being a member, you get to see it early. But yeah, Graders Official came onto the show. Very, very nice guy. Good chat. Very, very good chat. Good to break it up a little bit and talk about something different rather than excavators. So we spoke all about graders. That was a very good conversation. 1 second, I'll need a drink here. Well, I've just dropped a lid. Anyway, Terra Pro saying just put on a gun subby. I'll tell you what, man, that is sometimes people, when they look at things, that probably is a better option. If you think about it, you've got a lot of positives putting on a subby, either a subby with a machine or a subby operator. Because if you think about it, you don't have to worry about paying them a lot of the like annual leave, sick leave. If you cancel jobs, you just pay the minimum and you can cancel. You don't have to try and quickly look for something for them to do. There's a lot of things there. A lot of benefits of doing it with a subby. So, and you can claim it instantly. You don't have to worry about PAYG, pay slips, and all that sort of stuff. So yeah. The Dirt Cartel is saying, is anyone chasing a subby with his own 36-tonner? He's looking for work. There you go. The Dirt Cartel. I think you're in WA, aren't you? I think you were saying he's in WA. JBA Earthworks has joined. Hello. LGK Earthworks just joined. Hello as well. So I was just telling everyone about the podcast that has dropped this week with Graders Official. So you might have seen a few clips of that. That's out now for all people to... Oh, Stick in the Dig saying, are you in Brisbane? Oh, sorry, maybe he's in Brisbane. Dirt Cartel said yes. Adam Civil, how you going, man? Oh, no, yeah, Dirt Cartel saying he's in West Oz. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, WA. What was I saying? Yeah, Graders Official, we dropped that one out, so that's out on Patreon for all members to watch, and it's coming out on YouTube and Spotify in a couple of weeks. So if you want to watch that earlier, yeah, go ahead and become a member. And what else was there? And I was talking about the return on investment calculator. So during the week, I dropped a new video on YouTube and on Patreon to help people work out what sort of return on investment they're getting for their equipment. So you can put in, whether you've got a dozer, front end loader, I don't know, whatever, grader, you can put it in. You can put it into the spreadsheet, and then you can also use that for to calculate whether it's worth putting an operator on, or without an operator, what sort of money you're going to make. JBA Earthworks is saying, hey legends, what a great thing for the earthmoving community. What a legend, man. Thank you very much. Much appreciated for that sort of positive feedback, man. I love it. Thank you. Good to see, man. People are using it. And like I said, people have been giving me feedback on it and saying that they love it. So I'll be doing more. I've got a lot more stuff. I actually thought about this the other day. When I had all my own machines, I have a lot of these resources that I made up and use myself. And then I thought, why not share these? Because I was thinking the other day, what else can I share with everyone? And this is it, man. This is what I'm going to do. So what I'm doing is I'm going to share everything that I use when I run my business. And that's exactly what I was using. So I used that return on investment calculator all the time. I used to go back and look at my machines every 6 months to a year, punch in the rates that I'm charging, punch in what my operators are getting, just to make sure that I'm still making profit. Because sometimes you might put people on, change operators, change machines, change your rates, and then you don't really look back and go, hang on a minute, what am I actually still making money on this? Because we just get so intertwined. We just keep keep looking for more work and don't actually stop and look at things. So use these resources definitely. And like I said, they're all available for Hub Club members. So more reason to become a member. I keep saying members. I'm sorry, guys. I am pushing it a bit because I do want people to become members, man. I want everyone to support Earthworks Hub. So like I said, they will financially support me, but also I want everyone to be part of that community. So just like here on this Instagram channel, Patreon is the same thing, but you can actually just all chat. It's like a WhatsApp group or Facebook group where everyone can get in there and chat together and ask questions. So that's why I'm so pushy on it, because I know everyone wants a central place to chat and talk and ask questions. So that's all it is. Lukey Walmsley, how are you, man? EJ Earthworks. HPT's joined. How you going, man? The Pool Digger. So yeah, anyone that wants to jump on, let me know. I'm chatting away here, a bit of a chatterbox tonight. While people are deciding on questions and whether or not they want to join, make sure you let me know. Jump on. I'll go through a couple other things. Don't forget you can buy yourself merch. Earthworks Hub. You got all types of merch there. T-shirts, hoodies, jumpers, hats, beanies, everything. Go on to earthworkshub.com.au. Go to the shop. And you have all sorts of stuff on there. The big dog is here. The big dog. Actually, we're going to be doing a podcast very soon as well. The big dog. JR Safety Co. How you going? Can you see where's your... Oh, it's up in the left. You can't see it now. I've got a JR Safety Co. t-shirt. Where is it? Let me turn this a bit. Can you guys see it? It's just up there. JR Safety Co. One of the white special editions. How's that? There we go. Yeah, so thanks for joining. JR Safety Co. saying it's been a while. Yeah, good to see you on here, man. Very, very good to see you on here. Thank you. The big dog is saying he can't wait. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. What else is there? HPT saying, boys, how are we? Good. I was saying I'm a little bit bipolar with the weather, actually. Feel as soon as the weather's a little bit cold and down and gloomy, that's how I feel. So hopefully we get a little bit of sunlight and improving things over the next few days. I don't know. What's the weather in Melbourne? I know it's been pretty cold and windy and stuff, so hopefully it's going to improve a bit. Brook Group Civil, how are you, Baden? I've seen this legend on site during the week. Good to see you, man. Oh, the other thing is, guys, what I'm doing is while I'm recording my lives now during the daytime on the machines, I'm actually posting up those lives on YouTube. So now you can see point of view. I'm calling them point of view, come work with me videos, where I'm showing people what it's like working during the day on the machines. So if you go to YouTube, you'll see a video on there already. Now I'm starting to put them up. So if you jump on live with me during the day while I'm working, you might appear on that video, on the videos as well on YouTube. HPT saying winter blues hits harder for earth movers. It does, man. It does. It's like no motivation to go outside, no motivation to work. It's just cold, rubbish, man, rubbish. TerraPro saying to HPT, any luck on the rod? There must be a fisherman thing. What else is there? Yes, so also, while we're all waiting, if anyone's got any questions, if you want to be a guest on the show, hit me up, send me a message and say I want to be a guest. If you've got any suggestions for the show, also send them to me. If you know anyone that you think would be a good guest as well, any recommendations, let me know, then I can try and hit them up. You can also join us on our Facebook group, also make sure you're following me on Earthworks Hub, that is, on Instagram, TikTok, subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, all that stuff, man. So definitely make sure you hit me up on all that stuff. The Dirt Cartel has a question. Hey, bro, my question is, how have people found the market at the moment for subbies with their own machines in their states? Oh, good question. And Mountain Machinery is joined. So the Dirt Cartel is asking, how have people found the market at the moment? What do you guys reckon? What are you guys saying? What do you think? Marshall Contracting, welcome as well. I can tell you from Melbourne, I get mixed opinions at the moment. So for a long time, I heard that Melbourne was going downhill. And here we go, JC Excavations is saying that. Melbourne is horrible. Lately, I've heard a couple of guys turn around and say that they're starting to pick up. Now, I don't know if that's all across the board or just happens to be for these guys. But there's been a few people saying that, it's starting to pick up. I don't know. I don't know if I see that yet. I don't really see it because the majority of people I know are saying they've got less and less work. So I don't know. Maybe it's different industries. Maybe civil works compared to residential, maybe a little bit different. But yeah, definitely up and down. Yeah, HPT Excavations is saying up and down. The companies they work for are really watching every dollar now, and that's what's happening. People are starting to get really tight with their money. Stig and the Dig is saying Queensland is getting flooded with Victorians. Yes, you are correct, man. Sade Earthmoving saying, yeah, very slow in Melbourne. It is true, man. Stig and the Dig, I know a lot of people that have already floated their machines up to Queensland. A whole bunch of people that I know personally are moving up there, man. JR Safety Co saying, I think those with smaller contractors have been finding it tough. Yeah, I think you're right, man. I think you're very right. The smaller guys are finding it tough, and now what's going to happen is people are going to start competing with their rates and stuff, and this is where we sort of face a bit of a downhill battle. What do they call it? A battle to the bottom? Was that what we were saying last time? I just hope that we don't all start going that way. One Up Group is saying Queensland is horrible. Depends on what contract you can land. Stig and the Dig is saying Casabine is here and Jimmy is on the way. There you go, man. I've heard these sorts of people are all moving up there. There's a whole bunch of other people as well, I know. TR Society, hello. New South Wales CCF announced that there is 55.6 billion going into transport. Yeah, interesting. That'll be interesting. Record Time has joined. Hello. Terra Pro, Queensland government stating they have 55,000 trade shortage. Oh, no, I noticed that. I noticed they're saying there's a massive shortage of trades in Queensland because they're talking about, all the Olympic preparation and this and that. But I don't think a lot of that is excavations. I think a lot of that is, they probably mean more like electricians, electricians, carpenters, all that sort of stuff, all those sort of trades. Plumbers. Sin and Lin? I think Victoria's in for a world of hate. It is, man. It is. A world of hate, world of pain. HPT says, I think it will pick up towards the end of this year, lads. Chin up. That's it. Chin up. But it is. It's hard to have your chin up, I know, when you see things all around you just falling, man. Subdivisions are quiet in Melbourne. JC Excavation is saying even subdivisions are very quiet. Yeah, man, I've got a lot of mates that have worked for a long time for civil companies and they've been let go as well. So when you've got that long-term loyalty not helping you, then that means that there's problems, yeah. So, yeah, and they're saying a lot of gear for sale. The problem is now that even if you try and sell your gear, I don't even know how you'll go selling it. That's the problem. So if you've got to buy stuff, now's probably a good time to buy. I can say that. That's one positive out of it. If you want to buy something, you can probably get a bargain. But, yeah, unfortunately, it's not getting better. Not getting better. I think. I don't know. I think. From what I see. Oh, yeah, but there is a lot of gear for sale, man. But it looks like people are still buying, though. Like, I still see, all the dealerships and that selling their stuff. I mean, you do notice their yards are a lot fuller, and maybe if there's some dealerships on here, they can throw in some comments. But I do see that dealerships are a lot fuller than they used to be, so there's a lot more equipment in their yards. But I still do see a lot of posts of people buying and updating machines and that, so there must be still, some people must be still busy. One Up Group is saying a lot of companies will not put subbies on long contracts because of how much they are. Yeah, true. Are you talking about the price? Because of what the subbies are charging, you mean? Like, you mean that subbies are charging and they don't want to pay what they're asking? HPT saying dealerships are giving new machines away now. They've seen Hyundai's doing a 14-tonner for 160 grand with a tilt hitch. Wow, there you go, man. There you go. Ashton Lavering saying that's cheap. Yeah, that is cheap. That's very cheap, man. With a tilt hitch as well. The Dirt Cartel saying we just bought a brand new 36 and we got a ludicrous deal, which is a positive. Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. I think at the moment you can get yourself some good deals. Now's probably the time to buy if you can. But the catch-22 is that you need to have the work to go with it. So, I don't know. Yeah, Brett King is saying loves the new 345. Yeah, that's right. You got a 345, isn't that right? That'd be nice. It'd be nice to use. One Up Group is saying correct, yeah. Yeah, so you would be able to get a bargain, but yeah, the catch is that obviously you need to have the work, so what's the point of having it? Ashton Lavering saying, yeah, machines are still selling, not quite like they were 2 to 3 years ago. Yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. JC Excavations are saying, are they actually really good deals or back to where prices should be? Yeah. Oh, Terra Pro. I just locked in the TL6R. Mad deal. I thought so. I thought you might get one of those. Very good, man. Shano, well done, mate. I think you've done a good move because if your 5 is quiet, you can always jump in the posse, man. Very good. Very, very good. Grizzly Earth. Hello, Grizzly Earth. Yeah, I think it's good. I think this is where versatility comes in. If you've got different machines, it might be a good time. Might be a good thing because if one's not working, you can jump in the other. So, hopefully that sort of helps you get through the tougher time. But also, I suppose you've got double the credit, double the amount of stuff you got to pay off. So then you've got more pressure to keep it going. Everything's a catch-22 in this industry, isn't it? Terra Pro saying, yeah, it should be. The Dirt Cartel is saying JC Excavations, that's a really good point. Yeah, maybe this is what pricing should have been. Maybe that's what it is, you're right. Terra Pro, HPT is saying to Terra Pro that, yes, those posies are good, the TL6. The Stig and the Dig is saying, anyone in Melbourne to inspect a couple of used blue machines. Ooh, you're looking at buying stuff. Yeah, JC Excavation is saying prices went nuts during COVID and demand. I suppose, yeah, and then that would have boosted prices. Yeah, exactly. So now maybe you're right. Maybe this is what it is. Maybe we've just had a correction. Maybe this is just the correction for the pricing and that's all it is. I don't know. Hey, did you know that Earthworks Hub is more than just a podcast? On our website, you can advertise your business in the directory, see the latest news, and get discounts from our partners. You can also become a member on our Patreon, where you'll enjoy podcasts with video, exclusive content, and behind the scenes, webinars, and chat with other members in the forums. For more info, go to www.earthworkshub.com.au. But, yeah, I'm hearing a lot of stuff about hourly rates being dropped harsh, especially for like tipper truck drivers, subdivisions and all that, just dropping their rates hard, man. Just chopping people because they know that they've got no choice. Which makes it tough because, then it's going to be hard to build it back up again. And then I know why people get stuck and take the rate cuts because they think, I've got a repayment, so I might as well at least make something to cover the repayment than nothing. So it's hard, man. Yeah, it's another catch-22. I think that's the topic for this evening. Catch-22. Like everything you do has a catch to it. Sade Earthmoving saying we have a 20-tonner and an 8-tonner and backhoe parked up. Fingers crossed it picks up. Yeah, definitely, man. And HPT saying probably needed to happen. It was getting out of hand on how much diggers were selling for. Yeah, so when we talk about pricing, yes, I think pricing on machinery and that, it was starting to boost. Like I remember, I bought a Cat 239D for, I can't remember what it was, and then suddenly it went up heaps. Like in a couple of years, they jumped like 30, 40 grand more. So yeah, true, man, it's true. JC Excavations is saying, and it's effing people that bought at high prices and then trying to sell equipment in the second-hand market when new gear is cheaper. Yeah, and that's what I was saying a while ago. There was a couple of hire companies that were buying machinery because it was very hard to get machinery during COVID. They were pre-buying it all and then selling it all for more than what the actual dealerships were selling it for. So it happens. The Dirt Cartel wants to join. Let's do it, man. With an operator 85 per hour. You are correct, man. I'm hearing that for 20 tonners in some places. Haha, the legend. How you going, man?
How are you, bro? How's things?
Yeah, I'm good. Can everyone hear both of us before we continue? Can everyone hear us? We'll just double check. I can hear people in the background. Are you in the room with people or not?
Yeah. 1 sec. Jojo.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you?
How you going,
Sorry
man?
about that.
All good, man. All good. Good to have you on here. You haven't been on here, have you?
Hey, no, man, I've never been on. No, just always watched and followed, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, good, man. Good to have you on, man. Go. What's happening? What's news?
Oh, not much, mate. I was just reaching out before about that comment you made. I went, yeah, that's a good point to talk about. Just with the civils and stuff, and like with contractors, I know like not alliance, but like your long term. If you work for someone and you haven't worked for them, they're just dropping us left, right, and centre at the moment. So like that's just recently taken place for us. We went and bought a brand newie for a big project for a 3-year contract. Contract pulled, and we'd already paid and signed the paperwork for the machine, sort of thing. So we were like, "Are you joking?" So like it happens a lot more frequently now, and you have those bigger companies that are like your plant hire and labour hire and construction building all in one companies that take care of everything now. So they're really cutting us subbies out of the game.
Yeah, yeah. And it's true, man. Like you say, there's no, I mean, maybe it gets to a point where loyalty can only take you so far. Like I know some of my mates have been like with some civil companies for 15 years. And I suppose when it gets to that point where where the civil company can't even keep them on, then they've got to cut ties, you know. But they're dropping their rates, man. Like I'm hearing guys are on 20 tonners for like $85, $90. That's how do you run a business with that sort of money?
We've
I don't
got
know.
crew in WA, man, with like a GPS 36 at like 130, 140.
That's crazy, man.
People would tilt, like Encon tilt hitches and stuff, and you're like, what? It's a 36.
That's crazy. Yeah, how do you survive, man? How do like
Just
the problem is you can do it.
chilling.
Yeah, you can probably like keep doing it, and then like I don't know, man, it's crazy. And then you can't even like make money because when you're working for civil companies, you're only just working usually just on the hourly rates, isn't it? And just doing whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't even make money on soil and stuff. It's not like your own jobs where you can put a bit on and make money. You can't do anything.
You got to just dig the trench a little bit slower so you get the extra hours.
And that's where the civil companies don't realise, man. They think that by dropping the rates, they're going to still get the same performance. You're not going to get that, man. You're right. Everyone just slows down. You're right. You're right.
Oh, it's hard digging below, mate. This digger can't do it. You know what I mean? Stuff like that if you have to.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You know what's funny, man? Recently, I've been working on stockpiles and loading out, and it's funny because as soon as you stop the machine and you think, well, I'm meant to be loading out today. So when there's no trucks or while you're waiting, you just sort of clean up a bit and that. But then when you run out of that, you're just supposed to turn the machine off and just let it sit and wait. But they come over straight away, man. They're like, oh, why is the machine off? And I'm like, man, we're just saving diesel. It's just sitting there for nothing. Like, it's just burning diesel. And they're like, oh, can't go find something else to do. Can't you just go do something else? I'm like, buddy, you can't win, man.
I can dig another hole for you over there. I don't know if it's the hole you want, but I'll go dig it and then I'll fill it.
Yeah. We'll just go do something. Yeah, that's right.
So you guys in Melbourne sort of things are like slowing down a fair bit, like, or it's just more competitive now?
Nah, very slow, man. There's not many new projects coming up out of the ground. Like people aren't buying land, so subdivisions aren't going up. There's a lot. Yeah, it's very, very slow, man. It's very, very slow. So that is the issue that we're having, and there's not many big projects and that anymore. And yeah, whoever's on those projects is just staying on there. That's it. So
I think that's the problem for us in WA here at the moment. We've obviously got the mining hub. We've got the civil mining aspect of things. We've got the southwest expansion, if you want to call it, of everyone flocking to the Margaret River areas and all of that stuff, which is all great on paper, except the moment it rains, work stops there. And then, like I was saying before, everybody in the Pilbara or within the civil space, they were a company that took on subbies. Now they've got 100, 200, 300 machines, and they want to pay an operator $50 an hour to sit in it, and they charge the client, so that they're really moving that subby space away.
yeah.
That's the hardest
thing. It's true. Yeah, and a lot of the subdivision or the civil companies that are doing subdivision, a lot of them bought their own machines, man. Yeah, a lot of them bought their own. You could see it slowly happening. They're buying their own stuff, putting employees on, putting their labourers into the machines, and then like getting their own workers in, and slowly subbies are getting out. Yeah, it's funny.
We have a lot of that, especially where we are. We call them cereal box crew because it's usually they've got a ticket from a cereal box or something, and they're a fantastic operator on paper, they say. But companies that we've worked for and that are happy to rotate seats until they finally get someone good, rather than pay the money for the person that's going to come and do it good from day one.
Yeah, you're right, because they've got so many labourers and workers now there, they can afford to just keep shuffling whoever.
Keep shuffling until finally they have a win where, no one's going to work harder than myself or you when we've got big bills to pay, and we're going to come and do a job. For them, it's easy to just rotate that seat till, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so true, man. What you say, so true. Yeah. And then,
Cheap.
but I don't know how it's going to improve. But I don't know what's going to happen, man. I don't know. Like we have to wait until like maybe interest rates come down further, and then people start getting confidence to buy land again. But like, how long before that happens, man? Like we're talking about like a couple of years here, not just months. So what do you do in between?
Hustle.
Yeah.
Hustle as hard as you can. Try not to get sucked into those low rate deals just to get a job. Try to stand your ground a bit. But you're always gonna get, like, especially you get the other people that'll cut you a bit here and there on your rate. So I gave a rate for something recently, and the guy turned around and said, "Oh, that seems a bit much for what it was." And I just went, "Cool, mate. You got my number. Call me if you need me." Instead of going, "Oh, I'll meet you halfway" or something. It's like, nah.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I'm not bringing a machine that's going to break down. I'm bringing a brand spanker. Like, let's go.
Yeah. It's funny, man. I watch some of these motivational videos, and you see like on Instagram and TikTok, guys come on and they like tell you what to do. And I was watching a guy today actually before the show, and he's like, never. They were saying like, what are the things that you do to make sure your business is successful? And he was like, I never do hourly rate. I just give a set thing. I always charge to come and do quotes and this. And I'm like, it's good to say that, but when you go there, it's like, sometimes you just have to do what you're gonna do. You know what I mean? I'm like, if I did that, I'd get no work, man. Like, because sometimes you just got to do the hourly rate. But I know what he means. Like, it sounds good. Give a day rate or give like a set thing, which is true. But a lot of times, the civil companies, for example, they won't take that. They want you just on the hourly rate there, and that's it.
Yeah, and you've got to, that's the other part too. They're like, oh yeah, end of the month, 30 days, and you're like, hang on, I was there for 3 days, but I'm not asking for 150 grand. I'm taking me small little packet of peanuts off you. And end of the month plus 30 days, and you're sitting there like, I'll get that money in September.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes, man. Yeah, it's true, man. My mate's got a one of those vac trucks, and he was saying that he turned up as well. First time he ever did a job for a civil company. So he's used to being paid up front, actually. Like they make it so you got to pay with your credit card before they turn up, and then if they, if it's less, they just refund it. And he was like telling me, he was cursing the civil company because they're like, 45 days, and he's like, bullshit, 45 days. This is my terms. And then they made an agreement, or whatever, and finally paid him. But he couldn't believe it, because with vac trucks and that, they charge as soon as you call and book them in, they'll take your credit card, book it, and then they'll take the money out like straight away. And then when they do the job, if it's less than what they quoted, they just refund it. And he always says he's never got problems with payment. And I said, man, if I tried to do that in our field, builders would just tell me to go, man. They're like, no, we'll get someone else, because
put the ad out there now. We're hocking in our machines for a vac truck. We'll swap a 36 for a vac truck if we can get paid quick.
Yeah, man, that's it. There you go. Yeah, I'll tell you what, man, different ball game, man. But I think it's because there's so many of us, they can afford to do that. Whereas, with vac trucks, there's not that many. Which also I have seen an increase in those things. They're everywhere now. But
I think there's a bulk introduction of a lot of stuff, and there's a lot. When definitely when I was younger, it wasn't as busy, as congested, as many people out there. Now there's a lot of us, a lot of good operators. There's obviously a few cowboys in between there as well. We all do silly things, so none of us are perfect.
Yeah.
But now that market's more, I don't know what diluted. Would that be the word? Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of us in there, man. A lot. I think the other thing is too, like when you say that too, is true, because if you look around. Like I was saying, I was telling someone the other day, and I was saying how that, like I follow a lot of people on Instagram and TikTok and all that, and I was saying that I can just type in Earthmoving or excavator, and I've got endless lists of people with machinery, endless. Like plumbers have got multiple machines, electricians have got machines, every builders have got their own machines, everyone's got machines, and then what they do is, when they've got no work for themselves, they'll just go and take our work. They'll take excavation jobs because they're like, I'll just, and they do it for less, because that's not their daily income. They just
probably good income to them as well. That less money, they're like, oh man, we're killing it. This is easy. Just had to dig 30 meters of trench. Woo!
Yeah. But then us guys that are just excavating and live off it and that, it kills us a bit,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
we
true.
We worked with a guy recently up north on a job, And he was like, this is, I suppose, a good example. That's not the full thing he does, but he's quite established. So he got us to come up and jump in his digger for him on a job. And he was happy to pay a bloke just to stand there and with a laser level all day, which is all good. And I was like, mate, have you ever considered, like, this is the major part of the footings of this job? They constantly do it mine site to mine site. So have you ever considered getting GPS? Like, bam, set up, boom, don't need that bloke. No way. Nope, not a chance. Just, no, that's how we do it. We're doing it like this. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, oh, hang on, you're not in Earthworks. You just have this little bit sort of thing. And that was the thing. Like, no, that's quick, it's effective, but they're just a construction company, not interested in the same things the rest of them are.
Yeah. And that's what it is. They do they sort of kill us a bit because they don't care about all the things that we care about. They just do it in and out, and that's it. And then that's not their primary income. Yeah, they've got other things that they're working on.
Yep. Maybe we need another primary income of some sort.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Ashton Levering saying, I bet that bloke had a flip phone as well. Yeah. Yeah. He probably did.
Yeah. Still they going, nah, mate, no, we're not interested in this.
Oh, man. ADM Civil saying there's big dollars in setting up a vac truck. Yeah, there is, man. Like these guys I remember they bought a smaller one. It was like over 500 grand just for a small one, yeah. And then they have all their tipping fees and that, man, because they've got to also, you can't just tip anywhere. They've got to, everything is considered contaminated waste, so they've got to go and tip off at certain tips. And
you have a lot more licenses with that too, eh?
Yeah, they're constantly, man. You see, they're always getting different permits, and then they've got to get permits from the water companies to fill up their tanks at the hydrants, and there's a lot of work, man. A lot of work in it.
That's right from. Thanks for your time.
Yeah.
I don't know how I jump out of this, bro, but
no, that's good.
I appreciate it.
No, all good, man. You can stay on if you want, unless you want to go. It's up to you.
No, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to run to the toilet.
Oh, okay, cool. No, thanks for joining us. There should be. Is there an X at the top? I think you just press the X somewhere.
All right, cheers, man. Thanks for your time.
Hey, thanks for joining. No worries, man. See you on the next one. Take care, man. Oh, there you go. That was the Dirt Cartel from WA, man. The Dirt Cartel. He actually just joined the club the other day. That's how I got to meet him. He joined the Hub Club. What a legend, man. And guys, if you haven't already joined the Hub Club, a lot of you already are members, I can see. But if you haven't, go and join it, man. And then you get to meet people like that. Good. That's cool, man. What a cool dude. What a mad dog they're saying, yeah. JC Excavations. Yeah, but some companies, their equipment is the tool of the trade, where for us, it's a livelihood. Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say earlier. Like a lot of these plumbers and all that, they just have the machines to help them with their job. Like you say, a tool of the trade, and then they think, oh, well, while I've got it, I'll just go and do a bit of excavation work with it if it's not working. So then they come and take our work. So, yeah, I think that's what's happening, man. There's just so many of us. Like I was saying, I do follow a lot of people online and stuff, and there's that many that I can't even keep up. But there's that many excavation companies and that. It's just so many, man. And that is probably, we're saturated. I suppose that's the word for it. We're just saturated, man. Yes. All right. That was good, man. That was good. JC Excavations, I did see that you requested to join. Was that by accident, or do you want to come on? Where's JC Excavations? I did see that. I know sometimes people press it by accident. But if you do want to come on, let me know. Yes, definitely feel free to jump on, man. ADM saying he's going to hop off as well. Hope everyone has a good week, safe week, party on. Thank you very much, Alex. Take care, man. Have yourself a good week. Yeah, we've got another 10 minutes, so if people want to keep going, let's do it. Might as well see it through to the end at 9 o'clock and finish up. But, yeah, what else? Anyone wants to jump on, feel free as well. What else can we talk about? What's the plan for this week? Is everyone flat out? Is anyone rained off? Has anyone got holidays? It's school holidays in Melbourne, so a lot of us are off and doing things with family, which is also important. Something that we did yesterday, we actually went bushwalking, which I haven't done for a long time, and my legs are paying for it today. But it's good to do some family stuff, man. Sometimes just to get away from work, get off the phone. You know, yesterday I didn't even look at my mobile all day, man. Oh, JC will jump on. Beautiful. All right. Yeah, I didn't even look at my phone all day yesterday. I'll accept JC Excavations here. So it's good, man. Sometimes just have a break from things. JC Excavations. Hopefully that works now. Here
What's
he
going
is.
on,
How
mate?
are you, buddy?
Good,
How's
bud.
things? All right?
Cruising along.
Cruising along, mate. That's good. That's good. That light. Oh, that's better. Yeah, that light was blocking your head. Yeah, that's it, man. That's it.
I'll move.
Ah, it's good to have you on, man. So everyone, we've got JC Excavations. What a gentleman. Thanks for jumping on.
Nah, more than welcome.
That's it, man. That's it. What's news? What's happening?
No, I got to agree with what you were all saying before. Like, there's a lot. I know a couple of plumbers and that have started taking on like house cuts and whatnot just to fill in more time and try and do a lot more for their builders, like as a one package sort of thing. So it is. It's making things a lot harder for everyone.
Yes, yeah. And I'm seeing it. And I'm working for a few guys like that. Like some of my mates that I'm working for are plumbers and that, but we do all the excavation work on on the commercial sites and that. So they're combining it all. Oops, I just hit this microphone. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they're combining it all. Exactly, man. They're trying to, I mean, I know what they're doing. They're trying to offer a whole package and they've already got the machines and it makes sense. But you're right. Yeah, it does. It pinches the work from all of us guys that just solely excavate. You know?
And they're locking prices in on a contract, and then like builders don't want, a lot of them don't want hourly anymore. They want to know what they're up for costs.
Yeah.
And if you haven't got the capabilities to price work in or anything like that, it makes things a lot harder.
Well, it's funny you say that, man, because I've had a few guys ask me, like, to quote up. A few builders have said, like, give me a price on removing all this soil, or give me a price on, digging out all these pads for me. And, it's something, it can be hard. Yeah, you're right. It can be hard because you don't want to overestimate, you don't want to underestimate. And I've lost a couple of jobs like that. And I had one guy, he's a builder, and he's actually a close mate, and he even said to me, man, if you can't price it up, I've got other guys that can, and I'd rather just give it to them because they can price it, and I know what I'm up for. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but I don't want to like overprice it or underprice it. And he's like, oh, well, just give me a price, man. And then sometimes we freak out and we don't do it, and then you don't get it.
But they're using people to benchmark as well. So you put a price in, and they're using that to go against other people and say for this. And I know a lot of mates have been out pricing even major packages on drainage and whatnot, and they're only using them to benchmark and not actual go ahead with the contract. Because it's just to screw down the contractor that they want to do it for the price that other people are willing to do it for.
Yeah, I've had that heaps, man. I've had it heaps. And sometimes you know it because, and the worst thing is when you ask the builder, are you getting other people to quote? And they go, oh no, we're just going to want to get a price so we can work it all out. And then they come back to you, oh, we've had this guy come and give us a price. I'm like, hang on, you told me you're not getting anyone else. So you're right, yeah, they do. They all do it, man.
And when they come in at a low bottom, better off to let them have it. Let them go broke.
Yeah, I've had times where they've come in and said, oh, this guy can do it for almost half price. And I'm like, man, there is no way this guy's going to make any money. Like, how can he even possibly do it? And I'm like, yeah, go take it. Then go and take it. And that's it.
Yeah. And you find a lot of the time they ring you back to come and fix it up.
Yeah, always, man, always. There's a couple of them that didn't call me back, so I wonder what actually happened. But yeah, there's most of the time they do. Yeah, they call you and go, oh, can you come and fix it? This guy stuffed everything up. It happens. Yeah, it does. It does.
Exactly.
Who's that? Martin Matenga saying Western Australia is saturated with plant hire companies with huge fleets of equipment, just drowning the market with equipment and cutthroat prices. Well, I think that's what's happening all on the East Coast here, man. All these plant hire companies have killed a lot of things, and they control a lot of the hourly rates and pricing. Because if you want to work for them, they just say this is what you're going to get, and that's it.
A lot of mobs do that. They go, here's the rate, and they're taking a big slice off the top of it, and you're left with what's left.
Yeah. So they're the ones winning all the work, unfortunately, and you can't do anything about it. You just got to either work for them or try and find your own stuff, and then sometimes you're competing against them. Because I used to have jobs where I quoted them, and then the builder will say, oh, I've had such and such plant hire come in and say they'll do it for quarter of the price, and they'll do it just per meter and give us a machine in there in the meter rate and actually dig it out for the meter rate. And I'm like, I can't even compete with that because they've got their own tip sites, they've got everything.
And you got to be careful, like when you're taking on if you look at a new builder or whatnot, and it's a big job, like it's not a couple of $1,000 job, like it's a $20,000-$50,000 job. Are you going to get your money? How am I going to stretch your money out for? Is they're going to come back and say you didn't do this, we're not paying for that? Like it's what risk do you take? Like when things are tight. So it's a big balance.
I think now too, man, you're hearing about all these builders that are going under and that it's hard. Yeah. Like if someone came to me now and said, we've got a 50 grand job for you to do, I'd be really hesitant. I'd be thinking, oh man, I'd want some sort of big deposit or something because, yeah, what's the guarantee they're not going to shaft you? You know what I mean?
Well, you're always wary of a builder ringing you up going when you're trying to look at doing their house cuts. Well, who was doing them before? Why aren't they doing them now?
That's good. Yeah, that's true. A lot of people don't ask. Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, either they don't do them anymore because you're not paying them, so you use them for someone else to float you. And you keep funding their projects, and then by the time they're not paying you, and you say get stuffed, I'm not doing your work anymore. They ring the next bloke up. So there's always a reason why someone's not doing something anymore.
That's so true, man. When I think about that, because I used to get a lot of builders call me, and now I think about it, all the ones that I had trouble with were guys that, obviously just kept. They're the guys that just call me out of the blue usually, and it's probably because you're right. They had other guys doing it, and something happened. They shafted them, or something happened, and they've gone, and now they're just looking for someone else. Yeah, you're so right. That is true. Yeah.
A bloke I used to work for talked about. He goes, mate, there's always a reason why someone else isn't doing it anymore. So always be wary.
Yeah. So there you go, guys. That's actually really good, man. I would be asking. So anytime a builder or a new customer calls you, just ask who was doing it previously, or try and find out who was, and then find out why they're not doing it. That's a really valid point, man. Because a lot of times you don't think of that. You just think you're so happy that you might get the job that you don't even ask about who else was doing it. Yeah, you're right. That's such a good point, man.
Especially if they've been around for a while. These builders, they're not a new builder. They're not expanding into another area, but they're obviously ringing up for a reason.
Yeah.
And it's either a legitimate one or it's not a legitimate one. So be wary.
Yeah. And then the famous thing, oh, we've got plenty of work coming up, mate. Yeah, we got plenty of work. Yeah.
Do us a good deal. We'll keep using you, and you do one job and you never hear from them again.
Yeah, that old chestnut. Yeah, that's right. Oh man. Yeah, I think we've all been there. But definitely a good question to ask, man. Yeah, who was doing it before? How long were they doing it for? Why aren't they doing it anymore? So yeah, true. They're good questions to ask your customer when they come and ask you to come and do a first job for them. Exactly. Yeah. And I also feel like if they're reluctant to give you a deposit on that too, then there's also other issues. Like if they can't, like my biggest thing is, and I used to say to my wife, like I can't believe builders. Like I'd be the first one in there. So the first trade, I'm talking about builders in general. So the excavator's the first trade there. Yeah, we're doing the site cut before anything else, and then they're having problems paying us. They're like, oh, I've got to wait for my progress payment from the customer, and I'm like, hang on, if you're relying on that, how are you going to pay all the other trades after me? How are you going to pay all the concreters and all the frame guys and roofers, and how are you going to pay everyone if you're already struggling with me at the start?
Well, they're using that progress payment to pay for other projects.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And they're always on the catch up. So reputable builders will always be good, but you just got to watch the fly by night of some of them. Like I was talking to a mate the other day, another builder just went bust to Melbourne and owes him 50 grand.
Oh, there you go.
And
so
it's
happening.
50 grand. Yeah, it is. It's happening flat out, mate. Because builders run on a margin of what, say, like you look at the bigger ones might run on a 5-10%. Building costs go up by 6%. That's it. That's a tight noose.
Yep. And who's going to cop it? All the trades. They're going to say, oh well, we're cutting back. Yeah. No, you see it a lot. TerraPro saying trading insolvents is standard procedure these days. Yeah, trading insolvents. Exactly, man. Yeah, exactly. And TerraPro also said that he's had that before. It's not real until you're on site and getting paid. Yeah. See, I used to do a little deal with them. I used to say, look, at the end of the first day, I want to see a payment. At the end, like if it's going to be like a week's job or a 2 weeks job, I used to say at least give me a deposit at the end of the first day. That way, I'm there. I've turned up. I've worked for the day. I want to see something at the end of the day before I continue on. That's what I used to do, because a lot of people are scared they're gonna pay you, and then you're gonna take off. You might not turn up, but at least you can. I used to just say, look, I'm here. The machines are floated. They're on site. Give me something at the end of the day at least. And most of the time they were pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, and it wouldn't be like it'd be a small percentage, but there would be blokes out there that are getting screwed over, and we're the trades that have the highest outgoings in equipment, like sparkies, net pliers, tools, and whatnot. But you're talking a $250,000 piece of gear, the transportation costs of fuel, running costs, all that sort of stuff. It all adds up.
Yeah, and the opportunity cost. I was talking to someone about this the other day as well, and I was saying in that time that you're getting stuffed around, you could have been on another job working and getting paid. You know what I mean? And then so you've just lost, whatever time it is that you're there, and you could have been out making money as well on top of that. So you've lost the pay from them and what you could have got from someone else. Yeah, there's a lot, and like you say, we do turn up with $500,000 worth of equipment, and they make a fuss about our rates. Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, they don't,
Yeah.
they don't complain when they take their Mercedes in to get it serviced, but they'll complain about paying, however many an hour to have someone do a job for them.
Yeah. I always say that. People will go into to get a massage for $100 an hour, and the guy's got no overheads, just his little shop with a bed on it. And then if I charge 100 and I'm coming in, I've got 500 grand worth of equipment plus diesel and all that, and they're like, "Oh no, it's a bit much, mate." Like, come on, man, are you serious? Yeah.
You get the machine and you do it, mate, and tell me how you went.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'll go get a massage. You go do that. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, there is a disparity. Yeah, it's not. I don't know. It's like the people see excavation work as really easy and it shouldn't cost that much and that. But like I told this story and I'll say it again. When I wasn't excavating, I also didn't know how involved it is. Like I was saying that story about the guy with the bobcat when he did my driveway. He came and pulled the driveway up, and I said, "Oh, while you're there, man, can you dig out my nature strip?" And he was like, "Oh, yeah, all right, if I've got time." And I was like, "How much to do it?" And he was like, "I don't know, $200." And I was like, $200 to do my bloody hole? I think that's nothing. That's too much, man. Like, I'm not paying you $200. You're already here. And he was like, "Yeah, but I got to take it away." And I was like, I had no idea, arguing with him. And then he ended up doing it for $200. And then he didn't go right up to the curb because he was scared to chip it. So he left 20, 30 mil all the way around of grass. And I was cursing him for that. And then I'm thinking now if someone asked me to do that for $200, I'd be like, get stuffed. There's no way. But when you don't know, you don't know. You just think, oh, he's already there. It should be easy, 5-second job. So I suppose, some people just don't know the actual value of it.
Oh, but people don't even know what's involved. Like, we've got little gear we hire out, and people will come and rock up to take it, and you go, "Do you know how to use one?" Never used one before, and I'll just convince them not to take it. Or they do take it, and you offer to do the job for an hourly rate, and they go, "No, we'll just try hire it, mate, and do it ourselves." And they ring you up halfway through the day, "Can you come out and fix it?"
Yeah, yeah. It's so true, man. That's so true. Oh, the guys are laughing. They're saying that they think you're loaded because you own all the gear, but you don't even own it. It's just a
Yeah, the
lump
bank
of debt.
owns it.
Yeah, yeah, the bank, man.
I
And
own
the
the
dirt
teeth and the end of
cartel.
the bucket, mate. That's about it. That's all I paid cash for, but the rest of it's all the banks.
Yeah. Oh, exactly, man. Exactly. And dirt cartel is saying, yeah, go get a wheelbarrow and shovel. Yeah, next minute you'll be there all week to move it with one bogey load. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, man. So yeah, look, a lot of people don't understand it. They think everything's a 5-second job. And even, even relatives and friends, even my parents, man, they'll be like, "Oh, can you come and dig something out for us? Just grab one of your machines." I'm like, oh, it's not a 2-second job, man. By the time I go and pick it up from site, bring it to you, unload it, and do everything, and then got to quickly get it back to site the next day, it's not easy, man. They don't understand.
Yeah, it's the after hours shit that it is rare. Like it adds up.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
we've done that. We've done that before. We just bought a tag trailer to move our smaller gear, and you pull it out off a big job and to rip out and go do a private job, but they don't see the 2 hours, 3 hours beforehand, loading it up, chain it, bringing it down, then finishing the job, then getting it back there to start work for Monday. Like it all adds
yeah.
up.
It does, man. It does, and that's why in my videos that I made about starting your own business and that, I was saying there's a lot of unpaid hours, man. There's a lot of times where you're moving machines after hours, before hours, setting up. And when people say, "Oh, I've got a 5-minute job for you, man," I'm like, 5 minutes? And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, well, it's going to take me more than that just to unload the machine from the truck. So I'm definitely not going to be a 5-minute job, man."
Especially when they're talking about in rock, and they go, "Tell you a small bit of rock, mate, just hammer it out. It won't take you long." And you get there and it's fucking granite, and you're going, "You kidding me?" Like it, mate.
Oh, that's so true, man. So we've all been there. Obviously, everyone's been there. Yeah,
100%.
yeah. And look, and some people might say, "Oh, they're just whinging and that," but it's what happens to us on a daily basis, man. That's what it is. We get that all the time.
But the engineers and that don't even see it anymore. Like you'll be in solid rock, and they go, "Oh, we've programmed 2 days to get this trench out." No, sweet. Like when are we running around the clock? Are we?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. No dramas, mate. Yeah, 2 days.
Yeah, no worries, mate. No problem. Yeah. Yeah, and that happens, man. And they do, yeah, on the sites where they've got engineers and they've done all their costings, and that you're right, they do it right to the minimum, but sometimes they don't allow for all these other things. I remember I got asked a quote to dig out like electrical trenches for civil companies. Hopefully they're not listening; they're going to get upset with me. But they asked me to do all my meter rates, and they're like, "Oh, come and dig them out per meter," and that. And I was like, "Yeah, okay," but and then to do Aggie pipes and stuff for the roads. And I was like, yeah, okay, but what happens if I get there and they're like, oh, we'll give you all the screenings, we'll give you everything, you just bring your machines and just do it all. And I'm like, okay, what if I get there and all the screenings have been put like, a kilometre down the road and I've got to go up and down, up and down. And what if, and they're like, oh, we'll get the backhoe. What if the backhoe's busy and I'm waiting for the backhoe? And then I'm like, who pays for all that stuff? What about all the variables, And then they're like, I know, what about rock? Oh, you got to give some and take some. You might not get rock sometimes. I'm like, yeah, but what if it's rock for the whole job? And it's like, yeah, and that's hard, man. It's hard to quote those sort of things.
But sometimes it can work out. Like I know a friend of mine did house cuts for years for a major builder, and the rock was always factored into the pricing of doing every cut. So he got rock rate on every cut, and he might hit one in the blue moon where he was in solid rock that took him 3 days to do it. But so the price of the job didn't change, but he'd made enough over the previous to cover that blowout. Like the aim is to get in and get out. And if you can get in and get out on you might have a cream job where you're making good money on, but then you're going to come across those ones where you're going to be paying for it and you're going to be in there. But that's part and parcel with everything. You just got to hope that the percentage of cream outweighs the percentage of bad ones.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I've got a mate that does that stuff too. Yeah, and he was saying that the same deal. Yeah, they just give him like a fixed fee, and hopefully that allows for those days when he does have rock. Yeah, and he seems to be doing all right. Yeah, true.
Yeah,
I was just scared, man.
Well.
Yeah, I had another one like that. I had a guy offer me to do pool digs and at a set rate, and then the same thing. I was like, oh, what if I hit rock, and what if everyone happens to be rock? So I didn't end up doing it. Sometimes I think maybe I should have. Might have been a good deal, but I don't know. Anyway,
but those sorts of things you're never going to know until you have a go at. You know what I mean? Like if you're quite capable and you can go right up, I'm in good ground. I can get this done pretty quick and do it and still do a cracking job. You know what I mean? You don't want to go in there and just blow the ass out of the joint and leave a shitstorm on your way through. You still want to do a cracking job, but if they say we're digging a pool in this area, you go right. I know that ground. I can get through it pretty quick, and you make a good buck for the day. And then if you're going to another area, you're going shit. It's going to be touch and go.
Yeah.
Especially in Melbourne.
Yeah. That's why, man. I know there's been jobs where we've never had rock, and next minute we found like a reef going straight through the job, and I'm like, bloody, of all places, had to be here.
Especially in the west.
Yes, yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. I've had jobs where I've done next door, and then I went to start the one next on the other side, and it's all rock, and I'm like, what the hell? There was none next door. Yeah.
Sorting buckets of hammers are a must in the west.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember when I moved from the west and they put me in the east or whatever you want to call it. So they took me up to Clyde and Cranbourne and all that. And I turned up with my sorting bucket and they're like, you're from the west, aren't you? And I'm like, yeah, they're like, you won't need that here, mate. Yeah. So I'll put the hammer away. You won't need any of that stuff. Oh, man. Anyway, there you go. No, it's good. Good chat, man. Good. I'm glad you actually jumped on. Yeah, no problem, man. No worries. Well, what is it now? It's after 9. You know what? Anything else before we go? You want to add anything else?
No, I think it's pretty good. Like it was intriguing. Everyone giving their perspective on what's going on in the industry at the minute. So it's good to cover a bit of that instead of everyone just talking diggers and which one they love or graders or dozers or whatever. But to see where people are at and what people think it's about where we're all heading.
Yeah, well, it's good because sometimes you know what, you need that little bit of a boost. Maybe someone's gonna say something that will trigger and go, oh, you know what, it might not be that bad. Who knows? You know what I mean? Yeah, we've got to sort of know where we're heading. Yeah, so it's good conversation, man.
No, appreciate it. Thanks for having us on.
No worries. Thanks for joining us. Beautiful. I'll let you log off and then I'll say goodbye. Thanks, man. There you go, guys. JC Excavations. Cool, man. We had a few different people on tonight. JC Excavations, the Dirt Cartel. Good to see some new faces on here. Good live. Martin Matinga saying good live, great stuff. You know what? I came on here a little bit sort of not down, I suppose. I wasn't fully motivated, and now I'm leaving on a high. I'm feeling boosted. Really, really good. Good to see everyone on here. I appreciate you all jumping on every Sunday. For all the newbies as well, thank you. If you haven't joined the Earthworks Hub Club, make sure you join. This is what you see on there. We have numerous conversations, people talking and chatting amongst themselves. Go ahead and join that on our Patreon page, and it also supports the Earthworks Hub. Join me every Sunday here. If you can't stay for the whole session, this does get recorded and posted up on Spotify, YouTube, Patreon, and Apple. So you'll be able to watch it there afterwards anyway. And yeah, share it, man. Share everything with your friends. Let's get more and more people involved. Earthworks Hub on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Patreon, everything. You name it, we're there, man. YouTube. I've got plenty of videos to help everyone. Resources. So like I said, I'm giving out more and more resources, things that you can use for your businesses and that. Happy to help everyone. Buy yourself merch. What else? Everything. If you've got a business and you want to try and get more work and that, get your name out there, join the Hub Club and you get a free listing on the website, or just go to the website and you can list it on there as well. Guys, have yourselves a great week. Thank you again for joining me, and I'll see everyone on the next episode. Take care, everyone.
Yeah,
For trucks, obviously. On the lot.
became steel resistant.